What's up, folks? It's gonna be one of those days. I feel the energy. All right. Look, I'm already putting it out there. It's gonna be wild and wacky and full of love in the chat. Because I keep telling y'all the chat is where it's at. I'm feeding off of y'all. I'm feeding off of y'all tonight. So make sure the chat is crazy. West Side is in the building. That is what I'm talking about. What up, Guns?
Huh?
So I'm just dotting I's and crossing T's. This is the time for you to tell your friends to tell their friends to tap in tonight. You don't want to miss this episode of the Indie Show. Look, this is our third time going into the world of reality TV. They love me, people, and you love them. So yeah, tonight's episode is going to be wild. All right, so we are having, if you go back, America's Next Top Model, season 20. This is the season where they had guys on the show, right? Well, tonight's guest, Cory Wade, was on that season. Now Cory has a brand new album that's coming out today. We're going to talk to Cory about its time there, the album, all the stuff in between. All right. We'll be the judge of that. Our Indie Music Showcase segment. I'm doing another one-on-one. Tonight, we got Buffalo MC by the name of Gaine. He is going to be our guest. You do not want to miss this. We got a brand new video that he has up. You probably haven't seen it, so you're going to see it here first. Also, somebody, you have a chance to win my money in mastermind games. Will it happen? I hope not, because I'm on a great streak of people losing and I get to keep my money. Will you lose tonight? I hope so. All of that and more. And on top of that, you know I love y'all. But why? Because the doggone Game 5 of the Hawks versus the Knicks is on right now. Instead of watching the game like any sane person, I'm here with you, with Cory, and with Gaine, with JS1, and everybody out there in TV land. It's your man, Mastermind. JS1, do me the honor of playing my theme music.
It's the Indie Show, home for all things indie with Mastermind and JS1, city to city, coast to coast. They doing it Tuesday night, 8 p.m. vVclife.com, so tune in. Showcasing the hardest indie artists around, spotlighting and hyping entrepreneurial style with a twist. Elevator, bitch. New phone, who this is Logic with the hit. Hashtag Mastermind Games next on the list. If you're feeling this chef kiss, no doubt throw a fist. Like, share, subscribe to this. We don't miss this food for thought right here. Come get a dish. It's the Indie Show. What y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the Indie Show. It's the Indie Show. What y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the Indie Show. It's the Indie Show. What y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the Indie Show. It's the Indie Show. What y'all don't know, thought I told you before. It's the Indie Show. Now let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, I got to do it right. Here we go. One time for your mind, two times to move your spine. It's the hip hop and show stopping, fat phone dropping, master of the wheels is still. I am Mastermind, host of your new favorite podcast that is secretly a late night talk show. It's the Indie Show. Let's go. Big shout outs to Nicholas in the building. Out there in our virtual green room. Man, I am feeling fantastic today. All right. You know what it is. I done told you to tell your people to tap in at. Don't be mad when you're watching the replay tomorrow when you could have been asking Cory questions, talking to me directly. This is an interactive show, people. The questions that I ask Cory are the same questions that you can answer in the chat, and we'll put your answers on the show. This is how we do it. Look. If you thought this was just one of those sitting talking head podcasts where we drone on about whatever it is we want to do, no, man. Secretly a late night talk show. Lots of fun, surprises, games, all of that wrapped into one. And secretly, I'm going to tell y'all the secret. The whole show is actually an interview. But my guests never know it because they get so relaxed and happy and enjoying themselves. And before you know it, time is flying. It's like, it's over already? Yes. So shh, don't tell our guests that this whole thing is an interview. All right, cool. With that said, it's time for one time for your mind.
One time for your mind.
One time for your mind. What is on my mind today? What's on my mind? Michael Jackson. This past weekend, me and the Diva, we went out to the movies and we saw Michael Jackson. Now, we didn't go to the theater late at night when everybody had it packed. Everyone was dressed up as their favorite era of Michael Jackson. No, we was midday. We was incognito. We had the theater practically to ourselves, and we enjoyed every bit of that movie. I'm not about to go into details about this, that, and the other. Just know I loved it, and you will love it too. Yes. I understand some of the criticism about the pacing of the movie or what they didn't do. But I'm focusing on what they did do, and they did everything correctly. They did everything great. On top of that, Jafar is no longer Jafar. Jafar is more Michael than he is Jafar. That was Michael Jackson in that young man's body. You can't tell me differently. All right. Fantastic in the music. Oh my gosh. I've been on off the wall kick since I've left the theater. All right. So with that said, go see Michael 2-3 times. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it is the #1 biopic in America. Let's just say #1 biopic of all time. Opening weekend, $217 million. They say by this coming up weekend, it should hit 400 million. And soon Japan is gonna see it. Japan ain't even seen it yet. So when Japan get in there, I'm thinking it's gonna get close to 1 billion. My number, we'll see. It's definitely gonna do 500 million. Anyway, last part of One Time for Your Mind, I did not pay full price. Why didn't I pay full price? If you have an AARP card, use that mother sucker. I don't know, you can get it when you're 30, 40, whatever. You don't have to be, just understand, if you go to the website and say, what can I do with this card? They're not telling you everything. When you log in and actually use it, the theater I went to, the AARP took off 38%. 38% off the total, just to get in. It varies. Yes, it varies with different theaters. Like AMC will only take off 10%. But, I like to go to the theaters where you sit down, relax, and get a meal. 38% is what I took off of mine. So this is what I wanted to say. Big shout out to the old folks that's been keeping this a secret. AARP card. Get you one if you don't have it already. You don't have to be old, but if you like savings, handle that. All right, that's it. It's time for Hello Neighbor.
A beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor.
Woo! And hello, neighbor. This is when I like to say hello to you, the people that's in the chat, the people that's watching. Let me know that you're out there. If you're out there, especially for a first time, let me know where you are watching from so I can shout you out in your city. Like already, I see Nicholas is in the building. Thank you so much. Oh, Trey. Trey is in the building. Thank y'all so much. And I already said guns, and I see more people are tapping in. Big shout out to the people on Facebook. Oh, I see some folks over there on Twitch. Thank you very much. And of course, YouTube. Spread the word. It's only going to get crazier from here on out. So we're on Facebook, Twitch, and the YouTube. All right. And then by tomorrow, you can see the replay. But why watch the replay when you can be a part of the show today? Come on, tell them to log on in. I need y'all's energy. So let's go. Like, subscribe, follow us on all streaming media sites. Wherever your podcast sites is, look for the Indie Show. Also, look for vVclife. You know what I'm saying? So, subscribe to both of us. Show us some love. But I definitely need it, especially on my Spotify page. All right. So what else did I want to talk about? In this segment, I like to shout out the past guests that we've had on the show because they become family. And speaking of family, I have to say happy anniversary to Chief Elder and the First Lady. They just celebrated. Oh, Guns. Do you remember how many years they're celebrating? I want to say 15 or 25. I don't know. Big shout outs to Chris, Jeanette, outside of Philly. All right, then go get you a Geno's cheesesteak on me. All right, I'm not paying for it, but you can think about me when you eat your cheesesteak. All right. Trisha, the lovely Trisha is in the building. Happy anniversary, she says. All right. What else? Yes. Oh, Chris from Philly. All right. Next, I want to say shout out to my Native American rappers that we've ever had on the show. So this past weekend on the 24th in Albuquerque at the El Rey Theater was an event called the Gathering of the Natives. All right. Stin Johnny was there. And some other folks that have been on the show were there as well. Two people in particular. Ladies and gentlemen, because of this show, these two people finally met and got to say hello face to face. Two young artists that I really champion and I want y'all to follow. One is Highway and the other is Ash the Hunter. For the first time they met in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's Highway and Ash on the right. Both of them are great lyricists. So follow them. It's Highway, WAE 300, and Ash the Hunter. You can find them on IG. Tell them Mastermind sent you. But yes, those are people. And because of this show, they got to meet each other. It is crazy. And thank you. 35 years. They've been together, Chief Elder and the First Lady, married 35 years. All right. Thank you. All right, so that is it for that segment, but I just wanted to say that, and big shout outs to all of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all running these numbers up. I appreciate that. That's what's up. All right, next section, it's time for Movie Trailer Park. And
World premiere.
we talk about all things indie on this show. And on this one, it is a brand new cartoon. I'm not going to call it anime just yet. That came together. This is the trailer for it. I talked to the creator, and in next season, I'm going to have the creator on the show as my guest, and we'll probably watch the whole mini movie that they did. All right. But with that said, they got the voice. Well, you will hear his voice. You will understand. Play the video for this new cartoon.
Superheroes. They're supposed to save the day, right?
Xerxes. 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 Xerxes.
Xerxes.
You're a joke to them.
A spineless, pathetic excuse for a hero.
Stop it. They're all looking. Stop it.
Laughing.
Stop it.
At you!
I said stop it.
Who are you?
The better question is,
Who?
try this one on for size.
But who's gonna save me when I need saving?
Top in zero. Yeah, dog. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'm going to interview Z, the creator, and we got to watch it live. It's a whole short film. We got to watch this thing live. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, part two. It was a two-part trailer. It was a two-part trailer, so that was the second trailer right there. But yes, so sometime whenever I do season 14, we'll work that in. You know what I'm saying? So don't be late. I need y'all to stick and stay with the indie show. All right. Looks intense. Yeah, it's all right, man. Look, I'm glad this is what we do. We got to celebrate independence one person at a time. And I'm thanking y'all for being so excited about somebody else's creation. That's real. All right. So let's keep that. Let me see what they say. Looks dope. Just finished Invincible. I need something. Well, Chris, you got you something right here. All right. So let's keep it going. It's time for Previously On.
Previously on Ready to Die.
We're sending you back to the future. Okay, all right.
Just when the show is over doesn't mean the show is over. Because on the very next episode, I go back and show a clip from that episode. All right. So if this is your first time watching, understand that this first time watching, watch this clip. That way you'll go back and say, I want to see this episode. And that episode is, you can watch the whole thing if you go to vVclife.com and look for my section, the indie show section. All right. And we got hundreds of episodes, just choose that episode. But we're going to wet your whistle with a clip from the show right here. I am stopping this whole show and going straight to bed. Do you understand?
I got
you. No pressure. JS1.
I'm thinking about
it. 3, 2, 1, and go.
What's up, baby? It's Rolls Royce from Detroit. We in here. If you like, share, subscribe, come follow me. Rolls Royce Instagram. Look, I suck at this elevator stuff. Look, I was gonna try for y'all, but I was just joking. Listen, if you want some real music, you can follow me at King Royce 9219 on all platforms. Let's get it. We don't do elevator pitch. We do jingles. I had to switch it up there. I suck at that.
Hey, that's how we do each and every week. Big shout outs to my man Rolls Royce out of Detroit. He was our first. We did We'll Be the Judge of that March Madness style tournament with 12 indie artists. And he was the winner. So because of that, he got his very own episode. So that's how it goes down. We keep showing love to independent artists, independents, creatives, people who are doing things independently. Come here. This is the safe space to do it. All right. It's time to go ahead and introduce our guest today. All right. I kind of needed it at the top of the show, But our guest today was on America's Next Top Model season 20. This was the season when they added guys to the mix. So you know it got kind of spicy on that season. But more than that, you may know him for that. But today we're going to learn a lot more, especially about music. It's music and the music that's dropping today. Just to give you an idea, of who we are talking to. JS, I got a little clip. Let's play that clip of our guest.
Yep.
Did I put it in? Oh, please tell me.
No, you got it in
Yeah.
there. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm about to throw it up.
Yes. This is a few years old, but I was just like, oh, I got to play this clip. Let's go.
You say you want me to go, but the cage door stays closed. You say you wanna see me fly, but you set my wings on fire. Well, I don't like hanging in the middle zone, but I don't wanna be alone, no like lingering along the floor. But I don't wanna start a war, so I'm gonna be there for you, even if it kills me, even if it messes me up inside. Oh, I'm gonna be there for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the time is now. Put your hands together for my friend and yours. Cory Wade is in the building.
Hi. What's up? Oh my God.
Sean, now you did that. That was you. That was your talent right there.
Thank you. Mastermind, you are an incredible host. This has been so much fun to watch. I can't even tell you. I'm so entertained. Like... like carrying a live show like this, it's no easy feat. Like this is a lot of work, and I'm seeing the back end of it and the camera switching and in the control room, I guess the virtual control room of what's happening. And
yeah,
hats off to you, Mastermind. This is great.
Thank you. I got to thank you. I can't do this alone. I mean, I have a couple of weeks ago I did, but I got the big shout out to my man JS1, my executive producer. JS1, you get those as well. Thank you for making me look and sound good every week, brother.
It's amazing. It's so good. It was so cool to see that video after so many years. I haven't released music in 6 years, and that video goes back even further. I think that's like 10 years old. I was living in Brooklyn. Like I just moved to New York, and I was like on my, my apartment roof, just playing my guitar, trying to make promo content for an indie song I put out at the time. And wow, thank you for sharing that.
I had to do that blast from the past. You put, because look, I was looking for something. I was like, what is the best way to introduce you? And I'm like, your song, and we're going to play it later on in the show. Thanks. But I just wanted people to visually see you do your thing. And I thought that was a perfect representation to you.
Thank you.
Stan Johnny is in the building. What's happening, brother?
Hi, Stan. But when you said you were gonna play a video, I was scared it was gonna be some top model mess. So thank you for making it music centric too.
Oh, look! I got some of everything, but look, I understand. I understand that we all have a past. We all done some stuff.
Yeah.
Some people like to pigeonhole us like, this is who you are. This is how I know you.
Yeah.
But there is the person who we are now. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't want to start out with who you were. I wanted everybody to know who you are, music focused, and we can talk about the stuff in the past later.
We should.
You know
I mean, we're all so multifaceted. We've all got so much going on. You do too. I did research on you, and I was like, the thing that jumped out at me was House of Pain. I was like, what? That's amazing.
You were doing some research for real.
No, of course. I'm always going to do research on who I'm like meeting and talking with. And yeah, I mean, we hit it off digitally right away. But yeah, I did my sleuthing. I was like, what? This is an actor. But you're also a DJ and you're obviously a really great host too. So yeah, we're also multifaceted.
Well, dang, I appreciate that. I didn't think I was gonna get props on my own show. That's what I'm talking about. Look,
You deserve it.
Loify says, Cory, we love you. Come to Iceland. Wait, are you in Iceland right now? If you are in Iceland right now, what time is it? Because you are our first viewer from Iceland. So salute to you.
That's Unar. That's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Let's get this show started because we can be just talking for days. Okay. Let's start with my first segment. It is called Elevator Pitch.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Oh, it's only midnight in Iceland. Okay, so in London it's what, about 1, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So in elevator pitch, Cory, pay attention, focus. I need you. In elevator pitch, you have 30 seconds to pitch yourself to me, not only me, but to the world at large. All right. So do your very best elevator pitch, because if it's good, we continue. But if it is terrible, I will and just turn the whole off.
Okay. Sure.
No pressure whatsoever. So my guy JS1 is going to tell you when to start, and then you work the magic.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Hey, hello, everybody. My name is Cory Wade. Most people know me for appearing and placing third on America's Next Top Model in the first cycle to feature male competitors, but that is just one small facet of my being and really only took 3 months out of my life. I am also a professional musician. I do live events. I sing with a luxury event band. And I used to do DEI trainings for brands and businesses. So I am a multi-hyphenate. And listen to my new song, Tonic and Gin. Is that
okay? Respect. You did good. Yes.
Yeah, I've had to do it before. I hate talking about my work, and I hate trying to like compartmentalize all that I am into one quick blip. But like, yeah, I think I'm used to it at this point.
Hey, now good job. So we shall continue. Everyone loves this next segment because everyone is nosy. It's time for New Phone Who This.
New phone who this? New phone who this?
All right, in New Phone Who This. Oh, Trey says, hi, I love it. I am sold. Well, Trey, I hope you come back every week, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it. Become a fan, like, subscribe, follow. Let me know you follow Trey, all right? So here we go. This is very important because this is an all play. Everyone in the chat, you can answer these questions. I want you to answer these questions because I want to get to know you as well. So it's only one rule to this, Cory. You have to keep it 100. Can you do that?
Sure.
Yeah,
all right. Always.
Here we go. Question number 1. Would you rather binge a new TV series or watch it weekly?
I want it all. I'm greedy like that. It's bad. I know it's not the right answer, but
for this one, there's no right or wrong answer, but I am definitely, let's space this thing out. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not all watching it at the same time. But back to back, people have been saying they want to binge it.
I just want to escape into another reality, like any excuse to do that. And binge watching means I'm detached from reality for a longer extended period of time. So,
yeah. All right. Next question, number 2. Okay. Pronounce these 2 words.
Often and Worcestershire. Is that right? Oh no, it's Worcester. It's Worcester. I hate that word.
The internet is forever. The internet is forever. So I got your Worcester shot. Whatever you said that first time was gold, Jerry. Gold. All right. Number 3. Do you talk during movies and TV shows?
Not if it's something I haven't seen for the already. And I hate when people ruin the moment by like talking over things. But yeah, if it's something I've seen and I'm with my husband, just kind of like reliving something, yeah, we're gonna talk. Or if
All
I'm
right,
watching RuPaul's
audience.
Drag Race, I commentate. Ooh, I'm really bad. I can't.
You commentate all the time. All right.
Yeah.
Look, people in the chat, you can answer these questions. All right. Yes, I look. Me and my wife, when we are watching certain things, I have her laughing all the time. She prefers to watch TV with me because we can pause it, because she is going to laugh. It's going to be like a 3 to 5 minute break. Then we go back to watching it. I say something else stupid. It's wonderful quality time.
Yeah.
All right. And Gun says, what did he say? He said, "Don't ask me what's going on during the movie in the theater." Yeah. And Nicholas says, "I hate when people fall asleep during movies." All right. All right. So next question. What's that, number 3?
Oh, something.
Name something that you are afraid of.
I don't want to take it there, but like nuclear warfare. Sorry. There's a lot to be afraid of, you guys. That was like, I don't know. If you told me to be unfiltered.
Dang, Orange Man, you got Cory thinking about nuclear warfare. What is happening? Do you like to play a game?
Oh my God, I live in
It's
fear.
war games all over again. All right, number 4. Ooh, I like this one. Which do you believe in? Aliens, Bigfoot, ghost, or Loch Ness monster? Come on, people in the chat. I know y'all are afraid. Believe in one of these.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's actual there's government documents on aliens that haven't been disclosed, so we can go ahead and assume that one's real, right? Have you heard about this?
You tell me what you believe in.
Bigfoot. Okay, I'm gonna say no to Bigfoot. I think that was just a big person who was lost in the. So I guess it maybe whatever, but I think that was a human being. Ghosts. Yes. I feel like
have you seen a ghost before?
No visuals, just the feelings. You know,
you've had a lot of people say feelings. We had a couple of people have seen something.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, in Iceland or going to Iceland. Y'all got elves. Seriously, have you seen an elf? Look, man, I'm not trying. I know it's nice and lush and green over there in Iceland, but y'all for real got elves. Talk to me. Let me see. Gun says spirits. Trey says he believes in all of that. And Bjork. All right. Number 6. And she said yes to elves. I need a picture of an elf. All right, who was your celebrity crush?
Oh, it was Usher, notoriously. It was Usher until I found out how tall he was. When I was in middle school and high school, it was just everything was just I was obsessed with him.
Is it because he's short?
I feel bad, but it was
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2". Okay, I'm 6'4". I remember back in the day, because I'm in Georgia. I remember clubbing back in the day, and remember seeing Usher in the club, but he was underage. And during this time, when he was popping, he wasn't even club age, but the club people just let him in. That's Usher right there. But that's how it goes down. All right. I was about to say Megan Good, but I'm gonna keep it moving because
you already said it though.
All right. Number 7. What movie quote lives free in your head? And while you're thinking about that, because this is a good one, what movie quote lives free in your head? Hey, folks, stick and stay, because in a few minutes, we're going to be talking to Gaines. Gaines is in the building. I see him in the virtual green room, so you don't want to miss his music video and our quick chat we're going to have with him. All right, we're at number 7. What's your movie quote?
I'm going to go with, there's a few, but I'm going to go with remember who you are, from The Lion King, Rafiki talking to Simba, and him looking in the water. And the music, it just pulls at your heartstrings. And I feel like what I'm trying to think of a specific moment where that played in my head, but I can't because of how many times it has. Because it's that's what I go to when I'm trying to genuinely remember who I am. I just hear Rafiki talking in the back of my head.
What is it up? What's up with that movie? Because
It's
I've had
powerful.
more than one person pull something from the Lion King. All right. Number 8. What's next? What's your nickname?
We talked about this. I want to have like a nickname or an alter ego. Well, friends call me Coco. I have some friends who call me Unicory, but like my gamer tag is Sushi Cat Cory, and I wish I could like fully just embrace that alternate identity the way you have Mastermind. But I'm just not there yet.
You trying to compare? Well, okay, I was about to say I almost did Mastermind as my gamer tag, but I got something else. All right. Number 9. I'm not gonna say what it is though. Do you believe in the 5-second rule?
Like picking something else? Oh, it's picking something off
the floor. If something
yeah.
fell off your plate onto the floor, you got 5 seconds. Do you believe in that?
It depends on the floor. It depends on the floor. So it's like a case-by-case scenario. Like I'm not going to do that in Manhattan, like on this side of it, like on the sidewalk or whatever. In my house, I keep my house clean. I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. And Gunn says the 2-second rule. All right. Last question. Let's bring it on home. Do you prefer to purchase physical or digital media?
Oh, video games. I'm still an old lady. I like physical. I like having a physical library, but they're harder to get that way now. Music, I'm digital, but I do keep a few vinyls.
I'm old school, so I understand how easy it is to get digital media, but I feel like physical is the best because at any point they can shut it down and say, "Oh, this does not exist digitally anymore." So what you paid us money for, it's no longer there. I need some tangible. If I'm paying money for something, I need something tangible that I can hold, that I can say is mine. Because if I don't have it, it's just a theory. It's just an idea.
Nowadays with music too, there's like post-release like alterations that happen too. So if you have that first edition copy, like you get, Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, Trey says if you drop your phone on the NYC subway, it is gone forever.
Kill it with fire.
Hey, put your hands together. Cory just ran through that one with no problem. Let's go. Thank y'all for sticking around. Look, we're going to pay some bills when we come back. We talking to my man from Buffalo. Gaines is in the building. You are in the building. Cory is in the building. We all in the building. It's the Indie Show. Let's go.
The Indie Show is leveling up in 2026 with the help of Aries Lounge Podcast. Our hugely popular segment, Will Be the Judge of That competition, just got a cash infusion. Not only does one lucky artist get an interview, featured artist on our mixtape, playlisted and promoted by The Indie Show, you can now win $100 cash straight to your Cash App or PayPal. Sign up now on theindieshow.co and go to Artist Submissions. Once you fill out the form, we will reach out to announce you're locked in. Don't wait. Sign up now. Slots are limited and the competition is heating up. Finalists will compete on March 31st, 8 p.m. live on The Indie Show, where the winner will receive cash right after their win. You ready? The Indie Show is your new home for indie music that celebrates the indie grind. Theindieshow.co. Sign up now.
Who let Pookie hang the TV? Let the pros do it. Call the Get It Done team. 443-653-1369.
Get her done. That's what's up. Hey, one time for your mind, it's your man, Mastermind. Are you enjoying yourself, Cory?
Yes. I feel good. I don't know. I feel like silly.
That's what look, the whole thing is about keep getting your guard down, letting you just be yourself, all right? Because we all family here. All right, folks, it's that time. It is time for We'll Be the Judge of That.
Court is now in session.
Yo, as this season comes to an end, I got like one more episode in me, I think. I've shifted things when it comes to Will Be the Judge of That. Usually it's a competition with 3 artists, but for the past few episodes, I've been doing one-on-one interviews, just getting to know these artists. I'll start my competition back when I start up season 14, but I am definitely enjoying these one-on-one interviews. I need y'all to put your hands together for another talented MC to come my way. It's Gaines. What's happening? What's happening with you, Gaines?
How you feeling, big dog? I'm good, man. Just, we living and breathing. Another day, another dollar, man. That's all it's about, man.
No doubt. I appreciate you rocking with me. Before I do any of the questions, I've seen most of the video and listened to the music. I am impressed, brother. So shout outs to you off top. Shout outs to you. The grind, I see the grind. It's for real. Tell these people what's behind the name Gaines. Let's go.
So Gaine, that's my artist name, but it's also my real name, my last name.
Okay.
High school, when you get picked as a player, they pick you out, they tell you who you are, and they say Gaines, you get in the game. You know what I mean? This person is, so it just stuck, man. And it's my family name, it's my father's last name. But I tagged the $sign on it just to, make it artistic. You know what I mean? So ain't much to it, but at least wise,
Yeah. So okay, as an artist, who are you as an artist? What's your influence and your style when it comes to your music?
So I was influenced heavily by Tupac, Machiavelli. I was born in '90, so like I was influenced by heavy Tupac. Then 7, 8 years after he passed, he had 50 Cent. We had a lot of changes happened. I would say between like the mid '90s and let's say 2010, and that's when I really stepped into the game. So I had a lot of influence with just understanding music, how I wanted to sound, bringing heavier energy. A lot of times people just they get in the studio, they real lax, real calm. I'm coming energy. I got a lot of energy, so I I put that on wax. So
energy is good. Okay, you said wax. All right, I asked this question to Cory. Do you prefer physical or digital media?
I'm gonna do this. This is the new album, Mr. Gaines. You know what I'm saying? I prefer physical. I understand I got to be a part of the digital world too, though. So you got to be able to be multifaceted. You can't I'm just doing one thing. You got to do a little bit of everything. So you got to have your shit on deck, and you got to. My fault for cussing.
No, you good. You good.
You got to have everything on deck, on hand, but also have it in the world too. So that's really how I approach everything.
Put that album. I'm glad you did that. Put that back on the screen. That cover. That cover is fire. And if y'all don't understand, if y'all don't recognize that photo, that is Mr. Gaines from everyone's favorite show, A Different World. Now, how did that whole thing come about? Why are you showcasing Mr. Gaines like that?
So, we all watched it. I can't say everybody watched it. I had to explain this to a few people, but Mr. Gaines, he just represented like big dog, your big uncle, the person you come to for advice, the person that, like, at least on the show, that he was, he ran the pit. The pit was basically the college campus cafeteria.
Restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, just being that person, I feel like I am that person for my friends. You know what I'm saying? People that are my peers, my other artists I work with. A lot of people come to me, figure out things. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold game. So. And he was, if you know who Mr. Gaines was on Different World, he didn't hold back on what, what needed to be said, what they came to you for. If he asked you a question, I ain't gonna lie, he will spin you. Some of the episodes, he'll spin you like, what the hell is he talking about? But he had game for all the students that came to him. And I kind of looked at myself like that as well. And it just ironically, Mr. Gaines is I'm Gaines. So you know what I mean?
This fool said Gaines recognize Gaines.
Gaines yeah, for sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
While I'm thinking about it, how can people reach you and purchase your music?
Oh, if you're in Buffalo, obviously, you know, I'm in the local circuit a little bit, but you can search me on any platform, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Search GAINE $, not just the regular S, because you're gonna find, I don't know what you're gonna find after that, but put that $sign on the end of the name, make sure it's an E before it. Search that, man. You're gonna find all the music. You know, I've worked with a couple of several hip-hop collectives, but I finally got my brand on point. And you can search me on all of that. You can find all my music, everything that I dropped for the last 8, 9, 10 years. So all my stuff is there. So videos.
I'm gonna let you introduce your music video. But before we do that, what is your drive? Why is it so important to be a part of this indie music movement?
Honestly, like I got into the game trying to just make music, trying to get better at. I loved it. I love music. You know, I played trombone for 4 years in high school. Like I read music. I work with bands. I play with bands. I'm actually playing with a band for the album opener, and it's just more so just you got to be able to show what you can do on your own. You know, without the help, without the machine. You know, what can you do without the machine behind you? For years, I was thinking like I need to get connected to the machine. When I say machine, the labels, you know, the industry, whatever. You know, somebody got to find me, right? And when it get to after a while, crickets come around when you just doing your shit and you're doing it. And you see a peak. I hit a ceiling, and I say, you know what? I don't want my ceiling to be, or I want to, my highest point of this. I don't want it to be limited to just what I want to present to a label. So I said, I got to figure out how to do everything that a label can do for me on my own, and see how far I can go with that. So indie is everything. I started my own LLC 5-6 years ago. I released all my music under that entity, Slime Shack Records LLC, and it started out as a collective. Some of my homies fucking raw as hell with music, but they just felt like you the one that got it. So I had to set myself up to continue.
Maybe it's the head that wears the crown.
Yeah, that's it. Oh shit.
Look at here. I'm gonna put you on the big screen, and I need you to do it big. I want you to introduce this video to everybody. All right.
Well, for sure. So, listen. So this is a music video. It's actually been shot and edited, all that shit, locally. It's actually at the same venue. I shot the video in the same venue that I'm going to do the release show at. But this is The Other Side of Money. And here we are. Elimination. Guys. Gotta get the other side. Kill him. Gotta kill the other side. Kill him. Huh? Show him how to kill the other side. See, I had to make a way so my brothers ride. If it wasn't living now, then another life. How you slide to the bottom, you was sitting up top just the other night. What you call a long wait, which is patient for me. Now I watch the clock move, bring the paper to G. Every night was fight night, this ain't paper for Z. They was all up in my ear, I was playing for keeps. I go crazy with green, get it all, lose it all in the night, do occasional deeds. Used to have a bunch of bitches sitting waiting for me. Now I got a bunch of digits from the paper I keep. See, I had to sit and focus cause I'm more alive. Chasing a bad bitch, hitting another lick, chasing another bitch, I was mortified. Yeah, they had me fucked up for a minute, I ain't lying. Now they all like gangs when you going out. I was getting the business while you was going out. I could give you the business, but you would slow it down. Had to hold it down. Still keep niggas gas, yeah, they on the loud. Still bitches selling that, yeah, they on the prowl. Or they on the blade, but I don't roll skate. I just show them proof, I'm getting more mates. I gotta show them how to kill the other side. See, I had to make a way so my brothers ride. If it wasn't meant for now, then another lie. I was on the wrong road, something wasn't right. Hit them on the line, get the check, do it fast, then I do it again. Get the neck from a bad bitch and you and your friend, then we do it again. See you ride presidential, I ain't losing the tense. Only stayed for a while, now I ain't moving again. Yeah, I played for the crowd, now I'm cooling again. I was rapping for the fucking bit like who to convince. You was rapping, you was suffering, they do nothing since. Trying to show like my niggas ain't do what you did. Now I gotta come up out it, so I do it again. All we did was hop over, nigga, you on the face. They was fucking with a king, nigga, you was a prince. Gotta show them how to kill the other side. See, I had to make a way so my brothers ride. If it wasn't meant for now, then another lie. How you slide to the bottom, you was sitting up top just the other night. What you call a long wait, which is pace for me. Now I watch the clock move, bring the paper to G, bring the paper to G, bring the paper to G, bring the paper to G. Gotta show them how to kill the other side.
Yeah. Very nice, brother. Very well. Let's see what the people talking about. The hook is on life support. Look, Chris gave you 3 flames. Nam the Toon Goon flames. Gun said love the flow. Trey, song fire, video fire. Yeah, I think they like it. Iceland is giving you flames 100%. That's what I'm talking about.
That's love.
Before we get up, it's all love. Before I get up out of here, there was a question I want you to answer that someone said in the chat. Okay, I see it. And I'll ask you this, Cory, later on in the show, or you can answer after Gaines. Sure. But Chris says, isn't it insanely difficult promoting your own music? The level of content creator you need to be, I find it so rough. So I'm gonna let you go first, Gaines.
Absolutely. It's sometimes it can look like it's impossible. You know, sometimes I'm in a place where I know I created something that's good. I believe in it. I have people around me that believe in it. But putting yourself in a position, and when I say position, sometimes just bumping elbows in the right room, meeting the right people, traveling a little bit more than, you know, expecting somebody to come find you where you at versus going out and putting yourself out there in the world or putting yourself out there, you know, wherever you at, wherever your environment is. I just try to put myself in a place where you see me, you get the real me, you see me chilling, you see me living my real life, but also when we sit down, we have a one-on-one, you understand the mind of an artist, the mind of somebody that's putting themselves in a, I guess you could say, a vulnerable space. So content creation, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I be slacking on it a little bit, but at the same time, I create things around the music. But lately I've been trying to get into a place where I give them my personality. You get an understanding who I am, how I move, my energy. Yeah. You know, it's not just, you know, it's not just about the music, and it's not just about all me. It's a culmination, and you know, folks gonna love you for you know what I mean, for whatever they pick. You know what I mean? I love your music. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be I just want to say one last thing. It's just like I'd rather be respected than loved. And respect above all of it. You know what I'm saying? Only because, like, you know, people can love you, love what you do, but when they respect what you do, it gives you more purpose, it gives you more reason to keep going, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm
for sure.
Yeah.
Before I say, hey, so definitely clap it up. Cory, same question. How would you answer that question?
Well, I think that everything that Gaines said is so true, and I'll get to why after my sort of like standpoint on the whole self-promoting thing. I absolutely hate self-promotion. I hate it so much, and it's like a necessary evil. It's annoying. It feels very self-indulgent. It feels very like, hey, look at me. And like, you know, your music, as amazing as it is, and I'm just talking about like me as an artist and my music, not like not like what Gaines did or what anybody else did. It's just your music is never the cure to cancer that you think it is, or that you feel like you're like, no one's ever gonna like love your music as much as you do, because it's like you kind of like, I don't know, unlocking like stories within yourself and then like connecting with a raw inner and creating art out of it. So you have a special sacred connection with that music, more so than like a stranger would. You can only hope that somebody out there will be able to relate to your story, like even close to like in a similar way. But that's why I think what Mastermind said is so true, because if you can find a way to bring self-promotion back to like a genuine desire to connect with people and to share your true story, because you mentioned that you were like, I just want to try to get people to know who I really, really am. But at the same time, I'd rather be respected than loved. I resonated with that. Like, I think that's such a cool way of looking at it. Because I think the doorway is getting people to connect with you somehow, to get them to know the real you through your art. But like the mission is like getting people to respect you for your art and to respect you for your raw talent. I think that's the goal and like the ideal situation. I think self-promotion is just this annoying necessary evil, this annoying thing that we have to do just so that people are aware in any respect to what we're doing. And it's, you know, it's not why I do it. Like, I wish I could just like throw paint blindly at a canvas and just have fun and not worry about people hearing it. And like, cause that's what I love the creative process. And I just love music. I love being in process more than I love my music a lot of the time. Like the process of creating it. I just love it so much because it's, you know, it's shedding all these emotional layers and true, you know, bits about you that otherwise you wouldn't really get to explore. So musical is a vehicle for that, but blah, 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 blah. I could talk in circles forever about that because that's the world we've been in as indie artists. Like, yeah.
And that's what's up. I mean, this is like, I always say this is a safe space for indie artists. Like, one of the reasons I created this show, it's a lot of indie artists who never get the opportunity to get interviewed. And I do not want indie artists to ever, if they ever get to the point of doing a newspaper, a TV interview, I want you to at least sharpen your skills somewhere to where you are comfortable. Because I don't want you to fumble the bag at the 1 yard line because you don't know how to talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I like this, just one little small piece of why I do the show, what I do. But anyway, Gaines, tell people, well, we already said how they can get in contact with you. You could do that again. But if you have any last minute shout outs to anybody while I still got you, now is your time.
Oh, wait. It's a long list, but as far as what I got going on now, this project, Mr. Gaines, this video's from that project. I want to shout out my boy Nam the Toon Goon, my brother Tony Boy. He was my engineer. Now I'm actually produced all the records for the project. I want to shout out to my videographer Austin Barker. He actually shot the video, you know, on a whim. It took us about an hour to knock that shit out, but you know, everybody, you know, my gang, Slime Shack Records, my boy Skateboard, my mama, my daddy, my brother, my brother Hood, Jordan Hood Cooley, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody that helped me put my kind of, you know, help me mastermind my shit, you know what I'm saying? So you know, yeah, shout out to that. But yeah, man, you know, we just we create, we move forward, we create, we build each other up, and we come up with new ideas every time. So this is gonna be a good one. So I'm just appreciate it.
Was a big shout out to Nam the Toon Goon. Big shout out to Jerry Graham. Big shout outs to everybody that made this happen. Hey, we got to stay in contact, Gaines. Real talk, especially with that new different world that's coming out for Netflix. So we got to see how they honor Mr. Gaines.
Yeah. I hope they keep the same name. That'll keep it alive. It might be Mr. Gaines too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Hey, one more time, put your hands together for Gaines.
No doubt.
Man, that was nice. I appreciate that conversation. Real quick, Trish said, I find the best artists create for the joy of creating rather than for fame and recognition. Gotta love it. All right, get that.
So
Yes.
true.
All right, so we're gonna keep this show moving. This thing is moving along expeditiously. What are y'all saying out there in the chat? Y'all enjoying yourselves? All right, so the next thing we are about to do is oh man. It's time for one-on-one.
I can't believe that it's finally me and you and you and me, just us.
Got him. I love it when we do a transition and y'all are laughing.
That was stupid. I liked it.
We are professional around here. I'm trying to tell
that.
you, secretly a late night talk show. This is what we do. All right, so this right here is the interview part. This is the straight up and down. We get to talk about whatever you want to talk about. But I want to say this to the people. We're going to interrupt this interview because we're going to play our game show, Mastermind Games. So if someone wants a chance to win my money, let me know in the chat. Put your Cash App out in the chat, and we will choose someone randomly to possibly win my money in my very own game show. I hope you lose, but I hope you have fun playing. All right. So, Cory, how we doing? Are you glad that you reached out to me to be on the show?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Releasing music, putting myself out there. It's also like, a byproduct of that is meeting new people, and you've been fabulous. So this is so much fun. Thank you.
Man, we've been doing this for 4 years. We started from the bottom. Now we're here. It was rough in the beginning, but we couldn't tell you. We was having fun, but now we are in a good place. Got some ideas for the future, but I'm happy to have guests like you and fans of the people in the chat. Like slowly but surely, we're getting a nice little following, and I hope you guys stick around because I'm loving the energy in the chat. I feed off of y'all. So the crazier the chat is, the crazier the show is. All right. So talking crazy, let's go ahead and get this off the table. Why did you want to be on America's Next Top Model?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Because I feel like the answer to that would have been so simple years back when I actually did it. It's weird how much I've changed, but I did it, I think, just for a quick, vain pursuit of fame. I just wanted eyeballs on me. I wasn't so delusional as to think I'm gonna become America's Next Top Model and supermodel of the universe. I didn't really have a deep-seated passion for fashion or to try to get into the fashion industry. I was just more I knew I already had a sort of a semi-career in entertainment, and I knew that a vital thing in order for me to go anywhere with that was to have eyeballs on me or for people to know who I was.
Really? So it wasn't trying to be a model at all. You were just using that as to just get in the business, get in your face in the place.
I think so. Even if I wasn't ready to admit it back then, because I think I would have liked to be a model. I worked in the industry for a few years after Top Model, and I did Fashion Week season after season, probably 10 years after the show. But
really, okay.
Yeah, but I didn't reach a certain level of success or fame in the fashion industry, and it never really brought me a whole lot of joy. And then the older that I got, I realized that the kids that were coming up were just getting younger and younger. So all of a sudden you become the grandfather in the casting room.
Yeah.
And then when you get recognized for a show like America's Next Top Model, that's all anybody wants to talk about. So you're just talking to younger model hopefuls about your experience on America's Next Top Model while you wait in a casting forever to hopefully get a job. It just wasn't fun. Even Fashion Week was kind of like that. 4 hours backstage before the 12-minute runway show. I mean, it was just me and a bunch of 20-something-year-olds, well into my 30s. Well, I'm 35 now, and I stopped modeling 2 years ago. So yeah, it just became kind of boring. And
so what's the process like? So you just dove in and say, this is what I want to do for anyone, well, they don't do it anymore, but what was the process of just trying to audition for the show?
Oh wow. The process was like it was like an open cattle call. It was at a hotel in Manhattan. At the time, I was working on a show called A Chorus Line. I mean, you know the show A Chorus Line, the Broadway show. I was like in an off Broadway production, and one of the one of the fellow the cast members, like they saw the audition posting and they were like, you should go audition for America's Next Top Model. And it was like, yeah, I just went and I wrote it off. I mean, at that point in my life, I was auditioning for like everything under the sun. So I was like, whatever, this is just another audition. And like, I let a whole 3 months go by not thinking about it. And then I got a phone call and got on the show.
It's always the way when you audition for something that you don't really think you're going to get or think about. And then you get the phone call, which is crazy. So when you got the phone call, how did it make you feel?
I was like, whoa, I don't know. Like I was just in disbelief, in denial, I would say. I don't come from a whole lot. So like that sort of thing, like that yes, and a yes so big, it was kind of like rare to come by at that point in time in my life. But what you just said is so true. Like it's always the stuff that you don't expect. And that's why it's so important to like keep putting yourself out there. And there were so many times in my like audition for everything era of my life that I could have just like given up because of the velocity of no's I was getting versus yeses. But for whatever reason, I stuck with it. And yeah, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be a superstar. And there were all of these like age markers that I was like hitting. I was like, I'm going to be on an international TV show by the time I'm 23. Like I remember I always used to say that in my head.
Yeah.
And it was almost like I manifested it. And I feel like my power to manifest things was like way more like intense back then than it is now. Like now I'm way more chill. Like I'm not like,
I understand what you're saying. We're on the same page. Yeah. I used to audition for like the Real World. It's like I did 2 Real World auditions, and one was Seattle. My background, like I said, I told you before the show, background in radio, right? And that season of Real World, they were working at a radio station. That season when I auditioned, I made it past the 2nd level, but it was so many people here in Atlanta trying to audition. They put me to the side to say, we want to take you to the next level. All I need for you to do, but we can't do it right now because we got to talk to these people. Send us a videotape. And then I never sent the tape. And then when I saw they were working at a radio station, I was like, oh, you mother. Yeah. So, but I understand because I would put stuff out there in the universe. Yeah. I put stuff out there in the universe. I get it. Let's like, I remember, I said, told the universe, I want to meet Outkast. All right. This is when I was at UGA. I said, I want to meet Outkast.
Cool.
And lo and behold, I worked for the school newspaper. And one day they called me out of the blue. Hey, Arvell, hey, can we get you to interview this group called Outkast? They're going to be performing. Yes. So that is my claim to fame.
That's
a lot
amazing.
Of my life is, so I'm like one of the biggest Outkast fans out there. Most people know me because of my love for Outkast. I was repping Outkast before the rest of the world caught on. So now they Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I was down like 4 flat tires since the beginning. So it means a lot to see these young men grow into older men, established and loved worldwide. So that's my story. I just said that because I understand about that manifestation. Because back then, wide open, whatever I did, I would win on the radio. I would call in, win contests all the time. So that energy is
like
is
that.
Real.
It's the energy of putting yourself out there. And it was, I think it was right before, like when I struck gold with the ANTM thing, struck gold, however you want to perceive that. I was like, we were on the cusp of like the social media fanfare where like everything was just on Instagram and like everybody was just like, we were like just coming out of like MySpace era at that time. Like Instagram had started, but like it wasn't there wasn't like the influencer, you know? So self-promotion was really like doing that boots on the ground thing and like putting yourself out there and showing up at these cattle calls. And like you said, like calling, you know, knocking on doors. Yeah, that hunger, I think in all of us just kind of like, I don't know. Now it's just like everything is just quantified by like what you're doing on social media, and like that's the in, and it's just like how many inboxes can you get in, and it's just different. And I think that's why I don't know. I'm just speaking for myself, but I think it's impacted. Yeah. It's just impacted the way that people are found, and I think there's a real rawness that people are missing out on when they first interact with like their hopefuls that they're bringing into the industry, and like. I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's lost kind of like the human connection, the raw.
See, the older we get, life starts lifing, and we have to figure out what we need to do in order to get to the very next day. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
Yeah, and so we don't really want to grow up. We always talk about, hey, I want to be, I want to grow up. I want to be a grown up. We wish for this. We got it. Now it's just like, oh, this is some work. And because our mind shifted, we don't have that openness that we used to have when we were younger. And so what I did, it was one day, I don't know, I was stressed, you know, this life be lifing. And I just decided I'm going to be happy. I flipped the switch in my brain and I said, I'm going to receive happiness and joy. And lo and behold, look, my pressure low. I'm feeling good. Even when the storms are outside, I'm seeing sunshine. Because I've chosen, look, man, I'm not dealing with the stress. You know what I'm saying? I only want the best for myself and for my people. And honestly, I just told myself, be happy. And that is where I am right now. I've been doing this for a few years now, and life is good. Am I where I want to be? No, but I'm on the way, and I know I'm going to get to where I want to be. But I'm enjoying the journey, and the journey includes having conversations with people like you and the people that are in the chat. It's beautiful.
Yes.
And because look, it's gonna be a point to where it's like, oh, I remember Cory. Cory is good people. And then, I see this event or something that Cory would be good at. I would hit you up and say, Cory, I think you would be good for this. I want to pass this along.
Likewise.
That's how I operate, because I just wanted to see every independent artist that's ever come across this show do well. Cool. I don't ask for nothing. You know, there were some shows they were say, pay me to play your music or pay me to be on it. I'm not asking for any money. I would love it if the people in the chat purchased some merch, supported the show with donations, or even bought ads for commercials. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, come here. Let's have a talk. Meet my people. Let's increase our fan base. You know, that's why I'm here. This is why we do it.
Well, I really am into the just like choosing joy frequency.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just tearing a page out of that book. I think sometimes I'm there. A lot of times I am not. A lot of times I'm like, because I'm like I'm a Virgo, and I'm like, things need to be perfect, and when they're not, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, why? Like, it's just stupid, because the vision I have in of perfection in my head is so simple, and I'm like, you just put the blocks like this, like, can't you see? But I'm like, no, okay, whatever. So I spiral, and and then I write music about it. And you know, enjoying the journey is also big, because that's the one thing the biggest thing I think I've taken from the whole original music experience, doing that again, is like how much I just love the process of making it. Like, that is just like pure joy. And no matter what crazy news we're hearing about, because every day there's something, and it's just getting worse and worse, and the socio-political apex we're constantly verging on, I can just escape into this musical process. I can just put my headphones on, I can shut it all out, and I can literally create and just weave just like alchemy, musical freaking magic to like soothe my soul and get me through the moment. Yeah, it's just this like this escapism, you know, that's the thing that I'm getting the most out of the music. It's the same reason why I like game or like read a comic book or whatever. Like I'm always trying to just like alter paradigm shift, like change my reality, you know. And the dopamine right now is music for sure.
That is what's up. Us creators got to stay creating. Trey, I see your question. Nicholas, I see your question. Hey, this interview is not even over. We still and we're about to go into our game show segment. So look, if you want to win my money, look, man, put your Cash App out there. I'm gonna choose someone. If not, it's going to the Mastermind Foundation. All right. We're just playing it for the fun. But real quick, so I can put a period on this, I have two questions. One, do the people get paid that were on Top Model?
No, we got a living stipend. I think the contract has changed every single season, so I can only speak to mine, but we got like a living stipend of like $50 a day. And that was just for like groceries. I was hard up on cash at the time, so I neglected to even, you know, use the money for the groceries, and I kind of slummed it, and I just ate off the crafty table and came out with like $2,000 because we were there for I think we were there for like 3 months. So the math was, I don't know. I can't remember the specifics.
3 months. So okay, you're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So how do you support yourself? I always wonder about that with reality shows. How do you support yourself? You're gone for 3 months.
You have to really plan your life out. I mean, every reality TV show is different. So that was just the way they ran things at Camp Top Model. And I don't know if like the budget was suffering and maybe, you know, contestants prior had an easier time, but I don't really think that's the case because of these crazy bombshell documentaries that are dropping. You're hearing about the experiences the contestants underwent. But you know, there was a lot of hardship. There was a lot of financial hardship for sure for me doing that. I remember I was in a relationship at the time, and I gave him one responsibility in managing my finances, and it was to pay my student loans. And I gave him the money to do that, of course, before leaving, and he just like ignored the bill. So I came back, and like all of this interest like incurred, and I was like, oh my God, now I'm even further behind. So there was a lot, and obviously saving the money, like that was the back paid rent that I owed after being gone for so long. So I also had to quit my job to do it. So came back to being virtually unemployed and having to like bootstraps myself back. For, you know, there's a lot. I think I want to just like in every interview that I do in public appearance, I do talking about America's Next Top Model, just sing the praises of every contestant who went through it and still made successful lives out of this situation post-show. And I consider myself one of them. Now, I'm not the most super world famous person or whatever, but the fact that I held myself up and put up the pretty picture kind of performance on social media to make everybody think like I was like, ooh, I'm in the arts and I'm like doing this and it's because of Top Model. It's almost like you're like promoting them after show too, which is weird because like I could have just been like, you're not helping me, but I don't know. I just didn't. I'm not one for the sob story. I'm proud of myself.
Last question about this, and this is coming from the chat. My man Guns on the West Coast says, "Were you in the Tyra documentary?"
No, I just have a lot of empathy for the girls who were, and they endured worse stuff than we did. I think I had, all things considered, a really good time, and you know, I'm grateful for the overall experience.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the
crafty table was pretty good, huh?
Wait, what?
I said that crafty table was pretty good, huh?
The crafty table. That's good.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep this thing moving. Cory, you are awesome. I'm enjoying this conversation. Audience, you guys are awesome. Look, Low. I see you. I'm gonna ask your question on the back end of the show. It's time for Mastermind Games.
Let the games begin.
So this is how it happens. In Mastermind Games, we have 10 questions, all right? Every question that you get right, we put $1 in the bank. If you get all 10 questions right, someone in the chat was going to win $10. If you get a question wrong, it's going to be an X. All right. So if you get a question wrong, you get an X. All right. That means no money into the bank. If you get 3 strikes, you are out. The game is over. I do a happy dance because this money was coming out of my pocket, my very own pocket. I don't have a budget yet. All right. So with that said, I don't want people to win, but I definitely want you to play. All right. So I was giving y'all enough time to play. So we're playing for the love of the game. All right. Have you ever seen the show Family Feud?
Of course.
All right. So the name of this game is called Survey Says. All right. And Survey Says, you have to give me the number 1 answer. I'm going to ask you a question. When you give me your answer, to lock it in, you have to say final answer. Understood?
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, hold on. If we win $10,
Yes.
can we send it to Cory to buy it? Yes.
You absolutely
sure can. But that's if you win. I don't care what you do with the money after it's sent to you. So last call. But here is, I'm about to do a test. All right. So just to make sure we all understand, here is an example. Question example. Name something that most men just don't like talking about. All right. You lock it in. When the time runs out, you got to give me an answer. You can give me an answer as soon as you have an answer. You can also get help from the chat. But when it's time is up, time is up.
I don't think I think most men don't like talking about, but then it's like, what are people gonna say? I would say sexuality. People would probably be like, makeup. I'm gonna say sexuality though, just to test this.
How do you lock it in?
Feelings. Wait, can I take their locking feelings? I thought that was way better.
So what's your answer?
Feelings. That was it. That was it.
Okay, lock it in.
Sorry, I'm not around a lot of like straight men, and I'm assuming we're talking straight.
You
men.
have to say final answer. When
I
you
said
give
it.
me your answer.
Did I?
You did not say it. So feelings. Final answer. Can you please say final answer?
Final answer.
Thank you. Survey says feelings. All right. If that was a real thing, that would be $1.
Okay.
Right. Anybody? Oh. All right. Well, nope. Nobody put their Cash App in there. Here we go. Game on. Question number 1. Name something that starts with the daily.
News.
The daily blank.
News. The Daily News. I mean, final answer.
Yep. Said final answer. Is it daily news? Survey says.
It's not to be.
Crap. It is.
I'm sorry.
That's $1. All right. Let me see what the people in the chat said. Trey said show. Oh, sorry. News and news. There we go. All right. So we got $1 imaginary dollar in there. Next question. If you were lost in the woods, name something you might have to eat to survive. Lost in the woods. Name something you might have to eat to survive. This should be a good one. Let me go ahead and put the strike down right now.
Fuck. Sorry for cursing. I'm gonna say berries. Berries. Final answer. I would go there. Nothing too
You
gnarly.
locked it in with berries. Gun said, no, Trish said berries. Gun said animals. Then she also said rabbit. Chris
Specific.
said, not the Icelandic elves. Excellent callback. Answer is berries. Oh. We got $2 of my money in the bank. So far, so good. All right, you desperate times. Oh man, What do a fried elf's legs taste like? Does it taste like chicken? I'm just curious. All right, number 3. Complete the phrase. Follow your blank. Follow your blank.
First, I thought of Like, it wasn't the Fruit Loops slogan, follow your nose. But no, I'm going to say follow your heart. I'm going to say follow your heart. Follow your heart. Final answer.
Everybody jump in on this one. Let me see. This chick said yum. Trey, stop laughing at me, Trey. Gun says heart. Trish says heart. Chris says nose. Heart. And Chris is like, oh my gosh. Yes, we have a lot of fun over here. Is it heart? It is heart. Somebody could have won some money today. Look, Chris is 3 in a row. We got $3 in the bank. Number 4. Name something people do in a group. Okay, now this could be a strike. Come on. Name something people do in a group.
And I have to think about the top answer. Eat. I'm gonna say eat. Are we saying eat? Dang.
That. What are we saying? All right, 3 people. Okay, let me see.
Not
we got
people,
sing. We got party.
I'm gonna say eat. I'm gonna say eat. I know. I'm like, maybe I'm just hungry.
Drink and chat.
Let's say drink just to try it. Drink. Final answer. Drink.
Final answer. Locking it in.
I just
Survey says talk gossip.
We were all wrong together.
Excellent. I like that. Wifey said chat. Wifey was right. Wifey was right with the chat.
Dang.
Sorry. Oh, it's okay. You got 2 more left. Let's get 2 more strikes in a row, and then I can win. All right. Let me say number 5. Name an area of the house people are afraid of at night. Ooh. I know Iceland got a good answer for this one. Name an area of the house people are afraid of at night.
Basement, closet, or attic. Basement? Is it basement? 2 people said basement. 3. Yeah, basement. Final answer.
We got 2 people that said basement. Dang, he locked it in. He said basement.
Yeah.
Is it basement? Why did you say attic? It's
I don't
basement.
know. I'm scared of the attic.
We are halfway, people. We have 1 strike and $4 in the bank. Can Chris, where did Chris come from? Can Cory make this thing happen? Number 6. Tell me a reason why a man would want to have a son. Why would a man want to have a son?
Sexism. For his legacy. To carry his name.
Oh my God.
Because a
These
girl
questions
could never.
are supposed to be universal.
Because a girl's name doesn't mean anything. I'll say legacy and lock it.
And legacy.
Final answer, legacy.
Oh, hold on. I see some good answers going on. These people, basement for sure. Hold on. Chris said bottom of the stairs as you're walking up and shutting out the light. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone runs upstairs. Yeah, dog. Let me see. That's enough money for tonic. Oh my gosh. All right. Let me see. Legacy to carry his name. To have a contest. Wow, Trish. Wow. Cat Stevens, Cats in the Cradle. Lord. Answer is to carry on name. Legacy. Oh, you are good at this game. We got 4 questions left. We got more people tuning in. I don't want to lose in front of these new people tuning in. Hey, if you're just now tuning in, let me know where you are watching from. I'm gonna shout you out and your city or state or country. All right,
that
number
scene
7.
in Mulan where the emperor is like, she's a woman. Like, just like freaking plays in my brain, and I'm just like shaking my head. All right, anyway.
Number 7. Name an activity that uses a board. Name an activity that uses a board. Go.
Like Ouija board, like shuffleboard, like chess, like checkers. We need to win.
The last thing, it wouldn't work in Iceland? Why wouldn't the last name thing work in Iceland? Break it down for us.
Dungeons and Dragons, chess. I think chess is number one. I'm gonna go with chess. Final answer.
Let me see. Chess,
Yeah.
Monopoly, talking to spirits, and chess. All right. We surveyed 100 people.
What they say?
Did 100 people say? I need an answer.
Ironing.
I need an answer.
I gave it. I said chess.
What? Chess. All right, cool.
You were talking to the
paddleboard. All right, let me see. Survey says surfing.
Nobody said that.
Surfing is what these people in America said. That's a strike. All right, that's 2 strikes right there. All right, and really quick, I asked about ice and work. Apparently, Dad's name is daughter, son is last name. What?
Daughter.
Break that down for me. My daughter's name is January. So how would that work?
That's a beautiful name.
All right. Thank you. All right. Here's the situation. We have 3 questions left. You have 1 more strike and the game is over. Can Cory do it? Who was the last person to run the board? It's been a minute. All right. Number 8.
Surfing. Stupid.
Name someone from the Bible whose name begins with the letter M. Go. We got more people tuned in. I see you. Thank you for tuning in.
Moses. Right? Moses is in the Bible. Right? I don't read the Bible. Matthew.
We got Moses. We got a
Mary.
Matthew. We got a Mary. We surveyed 100 people. What did the people say?
Mary, final answer. She deserves it.
Cory put all his faith on Mary to be the M word that most Americans think of when they think of the Bible.
I don't know.
Trisha says Moses for the win, but Cory has locked it in. Survey says.
Damn it.
Huh?
That's not right. The song.
There we go. There we go. Man, I appreciate you guys for rocking with us so much. This is what we do every week. I told you we got games, we have fun. We get to know our guests. I'm trying to go back. All right. So we're back. This is 101 with Cory Wade is in the building. You guys had some questions for Cory, so I'm going back to ask the question for you guys. So Trey wants to know, where do you get your inspiration to write your songs?
The Bible. No, no, I get inspiration, honestly, just everywhere and everything that I experience. I am writing from a really raw place right now because I think we've all just been through a lot. You know what I mean? I feel like we're all just like emotionally exhausted and emotionally raw. I think it just takes a lot to like be a human in today's day and age. So my like coping mechanism for just the times that we're living in was writing music, was going back into like the anthology of me and writing music about all of the most defining moments I've had in my life. So this body of work that I'm releasing, this album, it's really like autobiographical in a lot of ways. So yeah, I would say life is the short answer.
All right. Next question. Oh man, doggone internet. I had a great question. Oh, here it is. Your next question. Which one of your new songs are you the most excited for?
It's a song called Everything You Hate. I'm so excited for it. It's basically it's kind of like an activist piece, and it is written as just like everything that I would want to say in a letter to Kim Davis, who, you know, garnered fame for like trying to crusade on getting gay marriage overturned, and has been for like the entirety of her public life. The song says in its refrain that even though I'm everything you hate, I still try my best to love you. Because one thing about like me and like a lot of the people that like share my ideology is we don't wish pain or misfortune on people. We don't like celebrate the failures of our adversaries the way that a lot of people do, like the people in power like currently, and folks who have just oppressed queer existence. And you know, I'm not wishing negativity on anyone who doesn't share my worldview. I still try my best to love, and I think that's what we all need to do a better job of doing. So I'm very excited for that song to go out because it's everything that I stand for, and I think, yeah, I think it could be good.
Before we play your song, I got one more question from Iceland.
Okay.
First off, she says, we love your new single. You are so talented, Heart. When did you discover your passion for music, and when did you start producing your own song?
Thanks for the question. I love you so much. That's my friend Unar, the one from Iceland. She's actually getting married this year, so I'm super excited.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So music has been a part of my life for forever. In my family, if you don't play instrument or like dabble in music in any capacity, you're kind of an asshole. So that was like a rite of passage for me to learn how to play the guitar. And music professionally has always been a survival mechanism. It was one of the first jobs that I had. I mentioned that I waited tables like many moons ago, but on the side, I was always working weddings, singing at weddings, luxury weddings. There was a event company called EBE Events and Entertainment in Philadelphia, where I'm from. I used to work for them, and I used to do like theater, professional theater and stuff like that. So yeah, music has always just been a part of my survival, and like both financially and spiritually, you know. A lot of people don't know that about me because Top Model kind of like overtook my whole existence when that happened. So everybody was just like, Top Model, Top Model, Top Model. And I still to this day get asked about that more than anything. Yeah.
Does that get old when people ask you about that? Or do you use it to promote your music and let folks know what you're doing now?
It's both. Yeah, I try to be as business savvy as I can be by like using it to my advantage however I can. But of course it's exhausting. It's such a like a one note way of trying to compartmentalize a whole human. And they have a really like strong tactic of pigeonholing us on the show, because you talked about like being pigeonholed in career terms, but that show also pigeonholes you personality wise. Like for instance, I was the gay one and that was all it was about. You know what I mean? When it came time to talking to me. Meanwhile, there were all these other things going on, but nobody watching that show would have ever known that I was into music whatsoever. But I did mention that multiple times as that was my career, you know, and I was singing in a live event band, like even during the time of that, and had to take the 3 months off and all of that. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's take this time, set it up for us. I want you to introduce your song. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about the album and how people can buy the album. All right.
Thanks so much.
So set it up. What is it about? And then introduce it.
Okay. So Tonic and Gin was really written in its entirety after the recent America's Next Top Model documentaries dropped, because there was this resurgence, and then just about every time it starts to like fade away and die and people stop asking me about Top Model, somehow it always comes back. The time prior was during COVID when Cycle 20 dropped on Netflix and people thought it was like happening, but like, you know, in real time, but that was like 7 years after the fact. So it just like keeps coming back and I keep reliving it and having to like re-explain myself. And the song talks about that journey and what was really going on, how I was really feeling. And that's really what all of the music to come after it is set to do too. Really introduce people to who I truly, truly am. So Tonic and Gin.
Nameless, stardust, black romanticizer. Time and time again, played for a fool and none the wiser. Turned up, turning, torn and worn out clothes, all non-designer. Starving for the fighter, I put myself through the grinder. I do love playing dress up, but I'm no mannequin. I'm not made of plastic, I'm blood and bone and skin. Pretty as a picture, I hold the sadness in. Drowning the emotion in tonic and gin. I know I'll go without if I don't go within. But I've been drowning the emotion in tonic and gin. I'm gonna free my mind, get lost in the city tonight. Gonna drown the emotion in tonic and gin. Cause the dreams stole me from the pain I was trying to hide. So I'm drowning the emotion. Faking, always masquerading. Gorgeously torn, clad in the lie I'm consecrating. I do love playing dress up, but I'm no mannequin. I'm not made of plastic, I'm blood and bone and skin. Pretty as a picture, hold the sadness in. Drowning the emotion in tonic and gin. And I'll go without if I don't go within. But I keep drowning the emotion in tonic and gin. I'm gonna free my mind, get lost in the city tonight. Gonna drown the emotion in tonic and gin. Cause the dreams stole me from the pain I was trying to hide. So I'm drowning the emotion in tonic and gin. Oh, in tonic and gin. Oh, keep an eye fixed toward the light. Keep my lips pressed to my voice. It gets me every time. I do love playing dress up, but I'm no mannequin. I'm not made of plastic, I'm blood and bone and skin. Pretty as a picture, I hold the sadness in. I'm drowning the emotion in tonic and gin. Gonna free my mind, get lost in the tonic and gin.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, let me see in the chat real quick. Gun says this would be cool with a great music video. Do we have a music video lined up for this one yet?
Hell no, they cost too much money. I'm just gonna do a live performance video. That's gonna come out in like 2 days.
Oh, we got a live version. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
if I had a bunch of money sitting down, I would do the sitting around. I would do the music video.
Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Cory on telephone part 2. Oh my God. Yes, Trey. JS1, real quick. What did you think about this one? We lost JS1.
Nothing.
Oh,
That's
yes.
okay.
That's okay. All right. Yeah.
Rendered
Well,
speechless.
My bad. My bad.
That's okay.
I had my mic muted and I'm sitting here running my mouth and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, they can't hear me. So anyway, like I said, I loved his voice. And like I love like party rave music. That especially when the synths aren't like so like he's got the perfect like dope music with his great voice, and I love the lyrics. I want to see some dancing, man. Go take it on the beach and get your friends and y'all get some bottles and go have some fun and shoot the video. Come on, man. We want it.
Maybe. We'll see. Thank you.
Cell phone, edit that bad boy, put in cinematic. Let's go. What city are you in, Cory?
I'm in New York.
New York. All right. Real quick, it's almost time to go. All right. So 3 questions for you. It's time for Indie University. Let's go.
All right. Wrong one. I always do that.
Indie University is where we pick your brain. Someone listening right now can learn something from you. All right. Question number 1. What's the greatest joy you've gained from starting this music career?
The joy of being in process, honestly. Just like the process of creating anything, it just makes me feel like I'm using my gifts, you know what I mean? Like really, really applying them. Also, like the alchemy of just like song making is just like so cool to me. That's not just like me talking about my own process, but just like witnessing it, witnessing other people in process. One of my favorite artists is Imogen Heap because she's a producer and engineer as well as a songwriter and performer. And you know, I love Radiohead for the same reason. Like the videos they release of them in process are just so fascinating to me. Yeah, I think that's where I find the. I mean, there's like I don't want to like repeat myself, but there's just so much going on, and there's, you know, I think we could all use and benefit from escapism now more than ever. So lose yourself in a project, create with passion, and I think that is the joy. Like that is the reprieve.
That's what's up. I like it. Next question. Does the fear of doing this thing alone ever go away?
I don't know that I'm actually afraid of like doing it by myself. I actually prefer it. I like being in solitude. You know what the fear is? The fear is like when you put it out, obviously, like when you share it, there's a little bit of fear of like it being received in a negative way, or like I said earlier, I don't like that feeling of like self-indulgent self-promotion. I just find that so tacky, but yet it's so necessary in order for people to even like know what you're doing. So yeah, I think it's, I don't know. I don't know if that answers the question.
I feel like it answered the question. Okay, last question. Someone watching this interview may be contemplating getting in the music business. What advice would you give them?
I think you have to do like what you feel. And if that is something that is real within you, you have to honor it, because life is super short and like we blink and years pass, and the older you get, the faster it goes. So whatever you're waiting for, I would say just jump in, like really jump in and enjoy the process. You know, I'm telling you that was key to me, not worrying or freaking out so much about the other end of people like receiving it and how, because you're not really, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're creating for others and not for yourself. That's, I think, the whole like meaning of being like an indie creator is like creating without other people's perceptions in mind, but just like coming at it from like a real authentic place of just like genuine, I don't know, connection and desire to share something real. Yeah, I think you got to just go for it. You can't be afraid. And then when you're pushing up against that inevitable brick wall that feels like it's just not moving, even if you don't see the progress, there is progress being made. And you know, yeah, you should be proud of yourself and do it with pride.
didn't ask you this. Yes, clap it up. Clap it up. Today's the day. The album is out, right? The single or the album?
Just the song.
That's the song. All right. Tell people how they can purchase this song.
Or
just listen to it.
Yeah, just search it. I'm not doing this to make money right now. I just kind of wanted to like overhaul my digital footprint and just have something representative of like my voice and what I do. Something that is like, that matches and represents who I am now. Because there's a lot of older music that is just very young and like immature. And I've been through a lot of life. That music isn't music I would really stand by as much as I would still stand by it, but like not as much as this. Like this is true to who I am. Find it on Spotify. Just search Cory Wade Tonic and Gin. Find it on Apple Music. Find it on Tidal. Find it on YouTube Music. Find it on Amazon Music. However you want to listen to it, it's really up to you. Maybe in the future I'll do some kind of physical distribution because we talked a lot about that. I think a vinyl would be fun. But yeah, just find me on the digital streaming platforms for now.
There it is. All right. It's time for the last word. The last word is where you get to say anything that you didn't get to say during the show. So I'm gonna start with you. What is your last word, Cory Wade?
I think we covered everything. I mean, we talked about the music. We did the awkward A&TM conversation, which is always weird. And that's always the part that I'll like watch back and be like, oh gosh, why did I say that? And then, and we talked about some real stuff too, like the why behind like what we're talking about. So no, I don't really have anything to share. I know I also talked a lot about like why I would like sneak in kind of like worldview stuff. So I just want people to know like you're not alone in like these feelings of American anxiety so many of us have. I really think that it's important to say that. I think it's important that I don't feel like people say it enough, and we're all kind of just like autopilot, like going through this, trudging through this, but like we have to take care of ourselves, and like putting up the blinders and the delusion that like it's just gonna like, that's not happening at all, or that this isn't important, or like I should just keep my head down. Like I feel like that's not good for your mental health, and that PTSD will show up in other ways. So, just take care of yourselves. That's the biggest thing I want to say. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Be kind.
That's a great last word right there. Our Icelandic babe says, we are so proud of you, Cory. Thank you for sharing your art with the world. JS1, what's your last word? Uh-oh. Hold on. Trisha says, when you make authentic music, it will touch the right people or person in a very intimate way, transcending race, class, sexuality, culture, etc. Oh, that's a great last word. Yeah.
No, man, hers was all serious. Like, I don't want to do my last word with that. That was crazy, bro. That's crazy. Shout out to her. I mirror her sentiment. How about that? Does that make you feel better?
Yes, lies. You always have something flip to say. So no, she just destroyed that. Hey, Chris, I see you with the flame. That's your last word. My last word is I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tapping in, tuning in. Y'all had these numbers jumping. The numbers even increased towards the end of the show. Crazy. Thank you so much. When it's over, share the link with the people who missed it. Let's run these numbers up. Cory, again, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I am so happy that you did. This was a great conversation. Very nice meeting you. Do not be a stranger. You can let me know when you want to come back again on the show. I'll see what we can do and all that kind of good stuff. But you are good people. I wish you nothing but success. Wait,
you too.
Before I say that, how do you prepare your grits?
What is that? Oh, like the food.
Yes, grits. Do you eat grits?
I don't. I've had them before. I don't.
That was a test. Let me see. Tristan said excellent show. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a good time?
Yes, of course. How could I not? You're awesome. I like the way you run this ship. This is hilarious.
Thank you. Look, man, look, I don't want y'all to be bored. I just want y'all to have fun. It makes time fly by. We get to know new people each and every week. Next week's episode is going to be crazy. If you were here 2 weeks ago, you saw my guests. There was D. Howell and Yosi Fuentes. All right. Cuban and somewhere from the Caribbean. These two guys, high energy. Next week is Cinco de Mayo. So I'm calling next week's show Cinco de Mastermind with D. Howell and Yosi Fuentes. We're playing their music. Look, D. Howell even has a remix to the song Oh Na Na. He has a remix to that, and he has a World Cup song that's coming out. And we're going to play some other music that's going to fit the whole Cinco de Mastermind vibe. You do not want to miss it. These boys are off the chain, full of energy. I lost control of the show. So imagine, they only had like a few minutes. Imagine if the whole show with them, it's going to be wild. On behalf of JS1, on behalf of Cory, on behalf of the people in the chat, especially Iceland, big shout out to Iceland representing. Trey, I see you. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. What? Somebody trying to say something? Good. We out of here.
Have a wonderful evening, Mr. Mastermind. Have a safe trip home.
It's the Indie Show, home for all things indie with Mastermind and JS1 city to city, coast to coast. They doing it Tuesday night, 8 p.m. vVclife.com, so tune in. Showcasing the hardest indie artists around, spotlighting and hyping entrepreneurial style with a twist. Elevator, bitch. New phone.